Hi, we are from At Home Tuition. In this video, we are going to see about circle graph or pie chart in detail with few examples. First question is, explain circle graph or pie chart with an example. So first we'll see the definition. A circle graph shows the relationship between a whole and its part. Okay, it's like a fraction. So here the whole circle is divided into sectors. As the name indicates, we'll be drawing a graph in the form of a circle that we'll call it as whole circle, and we'll be dividing the circle into different sectors based on the given information. So the size of each sector is proportional to the activity or information it represents. So size of the sector what we are dividing represents the information or activity what is given in the question. Now let's see that in detail with an example. So the question is the time spent by a child during a day. Okay, so the time spent for different activities by a child during the whole day is given in this table. So sleeping spent 8 hours, school 6 hours, play 3 hours, others 3 hours, homework 4 hours. So these are all the activities done by a child in 24 hours, that is in a day, that is 24 hours. So that is 8 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So a day has 24 hours. This 24 hours represents the whole circle. So this 24, if you add all these things, you will get 24 hours. Okay, so now this time spent for each activity represent the part of the circle. This 8 hours is one part, 6 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, all these represents each parts of the circle. So 24 is the whole, and each hour based on the activity is the part of the circle. Now let's see how to divide the whole circle into parts of the sector based on the given information. So let's consider the above table. So the proportion of the sector for hours spent in sleeping. Okay, so in given question, sleeping is for 8 hours. So number of sleeping hours divided by the whole day. So number of sleeping hours is 8 hours and the whole day has 24 hours. So 8 hours divided by 24 hours, that is 1 by 3. So this sector is drawn as 1/3 of the part of the circle. So first we are going to draw a circle and we are going to split the circle into 1/3. That portion we are allotting it for sleeping. Then similarly, the proportion of the sector for hours spent in school. So in our table, hours spent in school is given for 6 hours. So the number of hours spent in school divided by the whole day. So out of whole day, he is spending 6 hours in the school. So 6 hours out of whole day, that is 24 hours. 6 divided by 24, that's 1 by 4. So this sector is drawn in 1/4 of the circle represent the time spent in school. Next, the portion of the sector for hours spent in playing. So number of hours playing divided by a whole day, that is hours spent for playing out of the whole day. So it's given in the table, it's 3 hours. So whole day is 24 hours. So 3 hours by 24 hours, that is 1 divided by 8. So we are going to split the sector into 1/8 of the circle for playing. Similarly, for other works also they have given 3 hours. So we are splitting a circle into one more 1/8. So for that is allotted for other works. And lastly, they have given time spent for homework. So they have allotted 4 hours out of a 24 hours. So 4 hours divided by 24 hours is 1 by 6. So the sector, we are allotting 1/6 of the circle for homework. So now we have formed the new table giving the part of the circle also. So sleep 8 hours, we are allotting 1/3 of the circle. Then school, he is spending 6 hours, so 1/4 of the circle. Then play, it's 3 hours, so it's 1/8 of the circle. Then others 3 hours, it's 1/8 of the circle. And homework, it's 4 hours, then it is 1/6 of the circle. So if you add all these parts of the circle, we will get the whole, that is we'll get 1. Okay, so now based on this table, we are going to draw the pie chart. First, we are drawing a circle. That whole circle represents 24 hours. Now, we are splitting that into each sectors. So, first sector what we are taking is sleep. So, we are allotting 1/3 of the circle for sleep. So that is 8 hours. So it's represented in this blue color. So next we are allotting it for school. So the time spent in school is 6 hours. So 1/4 part of the circle represents for school. So this is for 6 hours. This represents the 1/4 part of the circle. Then the time allotted for playing is 3 hours. So it's given in the 1/8 part of the circle. So we are dividing for 1/8 part of the circle. Then again another 1/8 is allotted for other works. So that is 3 hours is allotted for other works. Then the last, that is the remaining 1/6 of the hour is allotted for homework. That is 4 hours, and 1/6 part of the circle is allotted for doing homework. So the different colors represent different activities. So this type of graphical representation we'll call it as circle graph. Circle graph is also called as pie chart. Now let's see one more example. So here pie chart is given, and now we are going to analyze the given pie chart. So the pie chart gives the detail of age group of people living in a town. So different age groups of people are living in a town. So the first age group, so it's the given pie chart, a circle graph gives the number of people in different age groups in a town. So this age group, that is 0 to 14 years, is that is 30,000 number of people are falling under the age group 0 to 14 years. And then next, for 14 to 16 years, 50,000 people coming under the age group of 14 to 60 years. So similarly, for 60 years and above, there are 20,000 people living in the town. So these are all the informations we are taking it from the circle graph or pie chart, and we have drawn the table to tell what we have understood from the pie chart. So here it's represented in green colors. So blue color represents 0 to 14 years. So it is for 30,000 people. Then orange color, it's for 15 to 16 years. So that's 50,000 people. And this gray color represents the age group of 60 years and above. And so 20,000 people are living in that age group. So if you add all these things, the total number of people living will be 100,000, and this represents the whole of the circle. So representation of the part of the circle is, that is, we are taking for different age groups. For 0 to 14 years, 30,000 people are living. So 30,000 divided by 100,000, you will get 3 by 10. So 3/10 part of the circle, we are allotting it for 0 to 14 years of age group. And then proportion of the people from age group 50 to 60 years, that they will get 50,000 divided by 100,000, so you will get half. So half part of the circle they have allotted for the 15 to 60 years age group. So similarly, 60 years and above we have 20,000 people. So if you divide 20,000 divided by 100,000, you will get 1/5. So the 1/5 sector of the circle represents the people who are above 60 years of age. So this is to find the fraction of the circle. Next question, the following pie chart gives you a different piece of information about your class. Find the fraction of the circle representing each of these information. So given this is the circle graph representing 50% girls and 50% boys. So a circle graph gives the relationship between whole and its part. So whole circle is divided into sectors. So each sector represents the information what it is given. Okay, so the whole circle here represents 100%. Okay, and this half, 50% for girls and 50% for boys. So now our question is, we want to find the fraction. So we know that fraction is part divided by whole. So part is 50% for boys and 50% for girls. Whole is 100%. So fraction is 1/2. So thus the circle represents half of fraction are for boys and half of the fraction are for girls. Hope you have understood all the questions well. Thank you for watching the video.